Have you ever stopped to wonder why Japan feels different from everywhere else? Not just the food, not just the technology, but something deeper. Something in the rhythm of daily life itself. Today, we are going to explore exactly that. Japanese culture, philosophy, and innovation are quietly reshaping the way millions of people live, work, dress, and think every single day. And once you see it, you cannot unsee it. Let's start with something you probably do every single morning without thinking about it. Getting dressed. In Japan, there is an ancient concept called koromogi, the seasonal changing of clothing. Twice a year, Japanese households traditionally swap out their entire wardrobe to align with the natural shift in seasons. This is not just about staying warm or cool. It is a ritual of mindfulness, a deliberate pause to acknowledge that time is moving, that nature is changing, and that you should change with it. In a world where fast fashion has made clothing disposable and meaningless, this Japanese tradition is quietly inspiring a global movement toward intentional dressing. People around the world are beginning to ask themselves not just what they want to wear, but what they should wear, and why. That single question is transforming the entire fashion industry. Now let's talk about how you work. Productivity tools have exploded in popularity over the last few years, but one of the most significant shifts has been the arrival of platforms like Notion fully embracing the Japanese language and Japanese work philosophy. Japan has long been associated with concepts like Kaizen, the idea of continuous incremental improvement. This philosophy is now embedded in the DNA of modern productivity culture worldwide. When you organize your tasks, break down your goals into smaller steps, and reflect on your daily progress, you are practicing a Japanese way of thinking whether you realize it or not. The integration of these tools into Japanese daily life is accelerating this exchange of ideas, and the ripple effects are being felt in offices, classrooms, and homes across the globe. Here is something that might surprise you. Japanese aesthetics are fundamentally changing how we design our physical spaces. The concept of the intentional use of empty space, is influencing architects, interior designers, and urban planners worldwide. Projects like the Teshima-yoku House, designed by architect Nagayama Yuko, show the world what it looks like when a building does not just occupy space but breathes within it. These ideas are moving out of Japan and into apartments in New York, cafes in London, and offices in Singapore. People are removing clutter, embracing silence, and discovering that less truly is more. This is not a trend. This is a philosophical revolution happening one room at a time. Let us also talk about community and identity. Japan is at a fascinating crossroads right now. Conversations about personal identity, gender expression, and individual rights are gaining momentum in a society historically built on collective harmony. The push for Japan to join other progressive nations in upholding and expanding rights for all people is a powerful signal that Japanese society is evolving from within. And as Japan changes, the world watches closely, because Japan has always been a cultural bellwether. When Japan moves, it moves with precision, with intention, and with lasting impact. These social shifts are inspiring communities everywhere to reconsider what it means to belong, to express oneself, and to build a society that honors both tradition and transformation. Finally, consider the world of sports and branding. Japan's major athletic organizations, including bodies like the Japan Triathlon Union, are undergoing bold rebranding efforts designed to connect with younger, more globally minded audiences. This matters because it reflects a broader truth about modern Japan. The country is not abandoning its identity. It is redefining it for a new generation. And that energy, that willingness to honor the past while boldly stepping into the future, is something the entire world can learn from. So here is your takeaway. Japan is not just a place on a map. It is a living, breathing source of ideas that are changing how we dress, how we work, how we design our spaces, how we treat each other, and how we see ourselves. The influence is already all around you. The question is whether you are paying attention. If this opened your eyes to something new, hit that like button, share this video with someone who loves Japanese culture, and subscribe so you never miss what we explore next. The world is changing every day, and Japan is one of the most powerful forces driving that change.